When you feel lost, your life isn't ending. It's resetting. There comes a moment in life when everything around you feels blurry. The plans you made don't make sense anymore. The things you thought would make you happy don't. The path you were following suddenly disappears beneath your feet. You wake up one day and realize you don't recognize your own life or yourself. That feeling of being stuck, confused, disconnected, directionless is terrifying. It makes you question your worth, your decisions, your future. It makes you wonder if something is wrong with you or if you somehow failed. But here's the truth no one tells you. Being lost isn't a dead end, it's a turning point. It is your mind's way of saying, this version of your life no longer fits. It's time for something new. Feeling lost isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of transformation. And today, you're going to learn how to rebuild your life from the ground up, even if you don't know where to start. Accept where you are, stop fighting the feeling. Most people stay lost longer, not because they can't find direction, but because they refuse to accept that they're lost. They keep pretending everything is fine. They force themselves to keep going in a direction that no longer feels right. They avoid their emotions, numb themselves, distract themselves, or blame themselves. But here's the truth. You cannot rebuild a life you refuse to acknowledge is broken. Nothing changes until you stop running from the discomfort and sit with it. Because that feeling of being lost is not a failure, it's information. It's your inner compass saying, this is not working anymore. Acceptance doesn't mean surrendering. Acceptance means finally telling yourself the truth. I am not where I want to be, and that's okay. This is the starting point. Once you accept it, the noise quiets, the confusion softens, and clarity slowly, silently begins to appear. Let go of who you used to be. You can't become who you're meant to be if you're still holding on to who you used to be. A lot of the pain you feel right now is coming from trying to fit into an old identity that no longer matches your growth. Maybe your past goals don't excite you anymore. Maybe the life you built was never truly yours. Maybe the version of you that once felt strong now feels tired, empty, or disconnected. That's okay. Outgrowing your old self is not a tragedy, it's evolution. One of the most powerful steps in rebuilding your life is allowing yourself to shed the parts of you that no longer belong. Old expectations, old dreams, old excuses, old relationships, old fears, old identities. Let them go. Not because they were wrong, but because you've outgrown them. Most people stay stuck because they try to rebuild a new life using the same mindset that created the old one. But rebuilding means rebirth. It means becoming someone new. It means giving yourself permission to evolve without apologizing for it. Wipe the slate clean and question everything. When you feel lost, start fresh. Strip life back to its basics and examine it piece by piece. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What no longer feels right? What have I been tolerating for too long? What beliefs have been holding me back? What habits have drained my power? What dreams have I been ignoring because I was scared? When you're rebuilding, questioning becomes your superpower. Because once you challenge the assumptions that shaped your past life, you begin to see possibilities you never recognized before. Most people never rebuild, they repeat. They fall into the same cycles, patterns, relationships, and mindsets because they never question anything. But you're starting from a place of awareness. You're rebuilding with intention. This time, nothing is happening to you. You're designing it consciously. Create a new vision, even if it's small and unclear. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect plan, a flawless blueprint, or a crystal clear vision. You just need a direction. Not the whole map, just the next turn. Start with a small vision. How do you want your days to feel? What type of person do you want to become? What habits do you want to build? What kind of life feels meaningful to you? Don't think about the next 10 years. Think about the next week, the next day, the next step. A small vision becomes the foundation for a bigger one. And the more steps you take, the clearer the path becomes. Clarity comes from movement, not thinking. Build structure when your life feels chaotic. When you feel lost, your mind becomes noisy. Overthinking becomes constant. Motivation becomes unpredictable. Everything feels overwhelming. That's why structure becomes essential. Simple structure, gentle structure, life-saving structure. Structure gives your mind something solid to hold onto when everything else feels unstable. Start with a few anchors. Wake up at the same time. Create a morning routine. Clean your space. Move your body. Set small daily goals. These tiny pieces of structure act like pillars holding up your new life. They give you control when you feel powerless. They give you clarity when you feel confused. And most importantly, they rebuild trust with yourself. Because rebuilding your life isn't just about making a plan. It's about learning to trust your ability to follow through. Focus on micro actions. The tiniest steps count the most. When life feels broken, big goals feel impossible. But mini goals? Micro actions. Small wins? They can transform your entire mindset. Read one page. Walk 5 minutes. Clean one corner of your room. Drink one glass of water. Write for 5 minutes. Apply for one opportunity. These tiny steps do something profound. They create momentum. They prove you're capable. They remind you that a single action can shift an entire direction. Small steps compound, and before you realize it, you're no longer lost, you're moving again. Remove the noise that keeps you confused. When you feel lost, the worst thing you can do is surround yourself with more noise. Too many opinions, too many comparisons, too much social media, too many distractions, too much pressure. Noise destroys clarity. Silence builds it. Pull back from people who drain you. Disconnect from anything that makes you feel inadequate. Stop comparing your journey to timelines that were never meant to match yours. You can't rebuild your life while drowning in other people's expectations. Silence isn't empty, it's where answers grow. Choose new habits that match the life you want. Your habits are the architecture of your life. Change the habits, change everything. If you want a healthier life, create healthier routines. If you want a more successful life, build productive habits. If you want a peaceful life, eliminate stressful patterns. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for motivation. Begin the habit anyway. Your feelings will catch up later. Rebuilding your life isn't about big dramatic changes. It's about consistently choosing habits that align with your new direction. Surround yourself with people who lift you, not limit you. When you're lost, you're vulnerable. And vulnerable minds absorb everything around them, especially the negative. You need people who encourage growth, push you towards better decisions, support your journey, challenge your old patterns, believe in your potential. You need environments that don't drain your energy but expand it. You need relationships that feel like fuel, not chains. You become who you surround yourself with. So choose carefully, because the right people can rebuild you and the wrong ones can destroy you. Stop trying to rush your transformation. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to fix their life overnight. They want instant clarity, instant progress, instant healing. But rebuilding your life is not a race, it's a process. A slow, steady, often messy process. Some days you'll feel hopeful. Some days you'll feel lost again. Some days you'll make progress. Some days you'll fall backward. This is normal. This is human. This is transformation. The key is simple. Don't stop. Don't quit on yourself. Don't judge your progress too early. Healing and rebuilding take time. Give yourself that time. Embrace the unknown. Let it become your strength. Most people fear the unknown, but the unknown is where growth happens. It's where new opportunities live. It's where reinvention begins. Being lost means you are no longer trapped in the life you had. It means you are free to create something new, something better, something aligned with who you are becoming. The unknown isn't the enemy. The unknown is the doorway to your next chapter. Walk through it with courage. When you feel lost, you are being redirected toward your true path. Being lost isn't the end. It's the beginning. It's the clearing of an old version of you, making space for a stronger, wiser, more aligned version to emerge. Your life is not falling apart, it's being rearranged. Piece by piece, step by step, breath by breath. And the new life you are building will be more authentic, more meaningful, and more powerful than anything you've lived before. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. And someday soon, you will look back and realize that feeling lost was the moment everything finally began to make sense.